So the AI customer support chatbot is the bread and butter of AI automation. If you own an AI automation agency, at some point in your career, you will be building one of these chatbots. I can guarantee it. They're very, very simple to build, and although they can be pretty useless if they're built and uploaded into the wrong site or for the wrong business, but if you put them to the right business, to the right client, they can make you a lot of money, and they can be very, very, very valuable. So with Voiceflow's recent update, they added a search knowledge step separate from the response AI. So you can make these things really, really, really good. And what I've done is I've tweaked the Voiceflow template that they've made on the sort of customer support assistant. I've built on top of it, added some more features, and this is the perfect solution for customer support automation. Now, the good thing about this is that this is templated, so if you want the template, you can just comment on the video, because I can't link things into my YouTube video description. Don't know why YouTube or Google hasn't validated my account or something, so just comment and I can send you this template below. And what we'll do is I'll run through this template. I'll show you how you can customize it for your clients or for your business, whatever it may be, so you can get this thing up and running in minutes. So let's go. So what's different about this chatbot? Well, it has reduced hallucination, so it barely hallucinates. It can answer strictly from knowledge. The dynamic formatting of the answer is incredible with Claude, so like bold capital letters, bullet points, numbered lists, things of that sort of nature. As well, it has a sentimental analysis, which isn't on the original Voiceflow template, something that I've built into this template. And as well, something else. So another feature that I added in is it can answer questions that fall outside of the knowledge or the prompt. So a problem that at least I had when building customer support chatbots is, say for example, you upload your knowledge base and then you were to say something completely unrelated to the business, like, are you self-aware or something like that, and then it would just say, sorry, I don't have an answer to that. Because what you get with customer support chatbots is a lot of the time people just go on there and they see it's AI and they'll just mess around with it, and you don't want it to just say, sorry, I couldn't find an answer to that. You want to be able to have a bit of fun and be fully conversational. So that's what this template does. So I'll quickly run you through what it does and how it works. So the introduction node, the welcome node, just hi there, I'm your new AI customer support assistant. What would you like to know? We capture their question or the user's first input. Once we have that saved, we take their input and we send it into a sentiment analysis, where basically what this does is it will classify the intent and like sort of the tone of the user. So here are the categories. So anger, frustration, playfulness or joking, confusion, uncertainty, polite inquiry, or neutral and positive / engagement. So basically what this means is if the user is like, says, for example, I lost my product, or my product didn't come in time or whatever, and it's like in all caps, and the bot's able to understand that the user's frustrated, and able to like sort of create their answer to be able to match their sort of tone and sort of address and calm down the situation, and it's able to sort of match the energy of the user. And this second one, playfulness or joking, basically what it does is if the user says something that's completely unrelated to the business that it's trained on, then it will be able to just talk like ChatGPT can. It'll just be able to reply. So I've got a couple examples here. So if the user says something that's not related, it will come down to the playful response. You're an AI assistant for business name designed to provide friendly and professional customer support. However, when a user asks a playful, off-topic or non-business related question, blah blah blah. So here are a couple examples. Tell me a joke. Things of this sort of nature. Who'd win in a fight, a taco or a sandwich? You know, things like that it's able to respond to, and it can look back and sort of push the user to actually getting support. So it's never just going to be like, sorry, I don't have an answer to that, unless it actually doesn't have the knowledge required. But if the user says something that's pretty unpredictable, then it will be able to handle all of those inputs. So whenever the sentimental analysis is done, a number will be assigned to the emotion that the module has detected. And then we come over here, keeping that saved in a variable, and then the question, the user's input, bearing in mind if it's a serious question, it will be optimized for knowledge base for RAG. So basically this hasn't really changed from Voiceflow's sort of template, because the prompt is actually really good and there was not much more I could do to it. I'm putting my faith in the Voiceflow team. So you can have a little quick read here. You're an AI assistant specialized in generating optimal questions for RAG in the context of user queries and intent. Your goal is to create a detailed question. So basically what this does is it takes the user's input and optimizes it for knowledge retrieval. So it will add some keywords to it and emphasize the important parts of the user's question. And then it will come down here and basically with that output from the previous module, it will then send it to the knowledge base. As you can see, we've got that in the variable. That's the question that's being sent to the knowledge base, and all of the information can be pulled back and saved to chunks. And then we have the craft response module, where basically, based on the user's sentiment, their tone, and their question, and knowledge retrieved, all of this in the chat history, it creates a beautiful, nicely crafted answer that's formatted really nicely, very little hallucinations. And then we basically paste the result of that, and then we loop back to the input capture to capture another question that they may have. So this is how you can access the template. If you just want to comment on this video, I will send you across, or you can put your email or something, I will send you across the Voiceflow file. And once you get it, once you download it, you just want to log into your Voiceflow account, come up here, import VF file, and then if you go to recent or whatever it may be, wherever you've saved it, it will load in if you just click on it. As you can see, AI customer support template, I've got a couple here. So yeah, now we will walk through and I will build out this customer support chatbot as if you were building it for a client, how you can get it pretty much production ready. Once you have the template downloaded, the first thing that you want to do is add your knowledge. Now I'm not going to kind of go on a tangent and explain how you can get knowledge. There's loads of tools out there that can help you create a good knowledge base, but if you're working with a fairly sophisticated client, they should have their knowledge prepared. Or alternatively, what you can do with Voiceflow is add the sitemap of your client's website, which is very effective. Their kind of crawling tool is actually really good. So you can just enter in their website and use that as a knowledge base if in doubt. But what I'm going to do today is I've got a knowledge base prepared, basically like a fictional company called Luxura Trends, which is basically a clothing, fashion, e-commerce company that ChatGPT founded. So what I'm going to do is I just have a big knowledge base of this company that's made up. So I'm going to use this for an example. I'm going to upload that file. I have everything just in a Google Doc. I think the Google Docs, like if you upload a document or plain text, works the best for knowledge retrieval. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but it definitely works better than if you upload a URL. So you just want to come over to add data source. As you can see, you have all of your different interfaces here. The knowledge one is where you want to start. You want to get all of your knowledge in before we get going. Upload file, and I'm going to upload the Luxura Trends knowledge base. Import that, and then you can set up your system prompt. So your system prompt is basically like your overarching description of what this chatbot's going to do. Think of it as being very, very broad. So this is a good example from Voiceflow. Your frequently asked question AI chat assistant. Information will be provided to help answer the user's questions. Always summarize your response to be as brief as possible and extremely concise. Your responses should be fewer than a couple of sentences. So you definitely want to change that. For this example, I'm not going to, because it pretty much ticks all the boxes. There's not a whole lot more that you can add on top of that. If it's just a basic customer support chatbot that you're building for your client, that will do. But obviously, if it's a client that you're preparing for, you want to add on top of that. You want to give it a little bit more context. So what I'll even do, AI chat assistant for Luxura Trends, and I cannot type. Information will be provided. So it just kind of sets the tone a little bit more. Once you have your knowledge in, you're good to go. So you want to come over to your workflows and hit start, and then we'll start building out this template, filling in the prompts, and then we'll see how it works at the end. Okay, so we are in. So the first thing you want to do is, well, the main part of what you're going to be doing is building this is literally just changing the prompts to make it specific to your client or to your business. But as well, you can, change the intro message. Hi there, I'm your new AI customer support assistant. So I'll just go for Luxura Trends. What would you like to know? Or how can I help you? Something like that. So other than that, you don't really need to change anything here. Come down to the sentiment analysis, and this is where we're going to start changing the prompt. So as you can see with these prompts, I have templated the bits that you need to change. So important note, most inputs will be a question related to business names. So everything in brackets you need to change. So I think there's only a couple for this one, and there's a few where I don't even think there's much, because the prompts are pretty universal and pretty general that you can use across pretty much every client. But what we'll do here is we'll change this one to Important questions related to Luxora trends. Task: analyze the user's last response and their conversational history to determine their emotional state. These are the categories. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's all good. And I don't think there's any other. Yep, I don't think there's any other things that we need to change there. Or maybe in the system. So basically the system just sets the context for what this module is going to be doing. So this module is a sentimental analysis. So what we just do in the system prompt, you're an AI assistant who's highly capable of analyzing the sentiment of a user and customer. So you basically just tell it that it's an expert at doing this thing. And then in the main prompt, you just tell it this is exactly what you do. So that should be us good to go for that module. And I mean, this only really takes a couple of minutes to set up because everything's just pretty much prompted. So what happens is you put an input in, or a user inputs their question. And then this is a condition. So if the user sentiment is 2, which means they're saying something that isn't very serious, that isn't related to the business, it will bring them down here to the playful response. Now the playful response probably could have a little bit of work done to it. This is the one that you might want to change the most. So I'll give you a little quick run through of what it does and how it kind of works. So you're an AI assistant for business name, design, and provide friendly and professional customer support. However, with a user, I think I read that out earlier. Task: when responding to playful, unrelated, or off-topic questions, follow these guidelines. Acknowledge the playfulness. Respond to the user with a lighthearted tone, acknowledging their playful or off-topic question without directly answering it. Redirect back to purpose. So it's basically just saying, okay, the user said something that's not related to your main goal, so just go along with it, just chill out, and try to be as lighthearted as possible. So, you're an AI assistant for Luxora trends, and if your system prompt is, your system prompt is general enough, what you can do is whenever you come down here, your prompt settings, you can even just keep it as using the prompt, I think it's called your global prompt, your main system prompt, but we just have individual system prompts for each module. So let's get these all changed, and in a second I will cut to whenever they're all filled in for Luxora trends. Okay, so I've got all of these brackets filled out, and now this is custom to our business that we're building it for. What we'll do now, we'll give it a wee preview. So I've filled in what is the meaning of life. Let's see what it responds to. The meaning of life, a question as deep as the ocean and as mysterious as a cat's thoughts. While I wish I could dive into that philosophical pool with you, I'm here to help you navigate the exciting world of Luxora trends. So you can see what I mean here. So basically anything that the user inputs, unless it actually doesn't know how to respond, unless it's a serious question that it doesn't have the knowledge to respond to, it can answer, which is great because you used to not be able to do that with the customer support chatbot. Right. So now we have the sentimental analysis sorted. Now we can start working on, actually we'll give it a wee run. Give it a wee run and see what I can do just from the start. So, hi there, I'm your new AI customer support assistant for Luxora Trends. What would you like to know? I would like to know, what is the meaning of life? And if I pull this out here, where is it? The user sentiment should be set to 2 because this is clearly playful and joking. It should contain a 2. User sentiment 2. Wonderful. Sorted. Let's go. So now we can start dealing with the actual serious questions, the main sort of customer support part of it. And the next AI, so basically what's going on here is anything that isn't playful or joking, it will be sent up here, and basically we will assign the sentiment and the tone and the nature of the user's input into a variable, just so we can throw that into the craft of response crafting module, I guess I could call it that. So set user sentiment to anger, frustration, set user sentiment to confusion / uncertainty. You get the idea. So we can just throw that into this module and say, here's the user sentiment and tone. They are showing anger and frustration, match their energy and deal with that inquiry as you should. So the question optimization. Now this prompt is pretty much the same as the Voiceflow's base one. So I don't think there's a lot that we need to do here. I think it might just be in the system. So a quick scan, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yep. And these are just a load of examples. Now this is a serious prompt. Yep, we don't even need to change anything there. So what we need to make sure is that that is going to the same variable that's going in here. So the search knowledge base is going to the optimized question. And we want to make sure that the optimized question is being outputted to the variable that we're sending to the knowledge base. So output, no, optimized question. There we go. Okay, so what's going into the knowledge base is what's coming out from the question optimization. So this is basically taking the user's question and sorting it out. That's the best way I could describe it. So craft user response. You're an AI customer support, boom, boom, boom. Where are the brackets that we need to fill in? Whenever you're building this for your client, have a read through. But for now, I'm just going to fill in the brackets so I can show you how quick and easy it is to actually build it. So yeah, what I've got here is what I've changed from the sort of like the Voiceflow template. As I've added all of this sentiment in. So angry, frustrated, keep responses short, direct, empathetic. Your goal is to resolve the issue for confusion or uncertainty. Offer detailed guidance. So if the user is confused or uncertain and they're really trying to get help, the bot will know to answer in more detail, more depth, and to be more clear with its outputs. If it's calm and neutral, then I don't think a lot will change here. It'll just be polite and positive. And then the same with all of the other emotions. So here are a couple examples. Can you sing me a song? That's clearly going to be playful and joking. And I don't think there is any... Yeah, so there's no variables that we need to fill in here for the prompt, but this is all of the input data. So last utterance, what the user's question was. Actually, that should be optimized question. Customer's question will be optimized question. No, will it be? No, it doesn't need to be optimized question. My bad, guys. Doesn't matter, we've already got the optimized question. Okay, so prompt settings. You're a friendly chatbot. Yes, this is where we need to change it. Right, so like before, I'm going to quickly fill all these out and I'll be with you in a second. So everything is filled in here and the craft response should be good to go. And what we can do here is we can put the temperature quite low, but we don't want to put it very bottom. I'll give you an example when the temperature is right down 0.00 even is in the sentiment analysis, because it's basically black and white. There's not very it's not very open-ended. It's asking the bot to basically output a number, so there's not a lot of variability that you can get there. But with the responses, you do want it to be, you don't want it to just be, you know, tunnel visioned on your prompt. You want to let it kind of think for itself a wee bit. I'm using Claude 3 for this one. I think for this one we're using not that one. Is that Claude 3 as well? Let's see here. Prompt settings. We're using Claude 3 for most of them. And I think for this one I put GPT-4 Turbo. So if you want to go easy in your tokens, I would change that. But the reason we've done GPT-4 Turbo with this one is because this is very quite a logical model, and it's good at sort of thinking through steps. And yeah, I feel like I was getting the best outputs with that one. So that's everything filled in. We've got the knowledge in. So basically with this, all you need to do is upload your knowledge and change the prompts, and then you're pretty much good to go. Obviously do a little bit more tweaking, do a little bit more testing to make sure everything's working okay. But generally this will allow you to very, very quickly whip up a high quality customer support chatbot. So everything's filled in. Let's go ahead and give it a test. So before we go through the one that we just built, the chatbot that we just built, I'll show you what the old kind of customer support chatbot would have been like. Now, before the search knowledge base step was separate from the response AI, this is what the typical customer support chatbot would look like. And when you see how different the replies are, obviously you could add a lot more prompting to this. That I literally just whipped this up like 2 minutes, but you'll see what I mean. So what would you like to know? Tell me about Luxora trends. So Luxora Trends is an online fashion and lifestyle brand that was founded in 2018. The company started as a small boutique offering limited fashion items, but has since expanded to include accessories and decor. Luxora Trends recognizes for blending classic and elegance with the latest fashion trends. You get the idea. Recommend me a dress. Okay, there you go. So you see what I mean. Now let's give this one a try. Oh yeah, also what we could do is what is the meaning of life? See what it responds to. Sorry, I couldn't find an answer. Please try again. So this was some of the issues that was being encountered with these previous sort of models of customer support chatbots. But with this one, hopefully I can show you why it's a lot better. So it may be a little bit slower in the emulator, but if this is actually uploaded and the live widget is on a website, it's not going to be this slow. So tell me about Luxora trends. And I can imagine that this will be a pause or a neutral inquiry. So maybe 4. I think that's what the neutral inquiry is. Yeah, so it's either going to be 4 or 3, I would say. But it does take quite a while to load this. So as you can see, that's the exact same question that I asked, and the response is much nicer. It's not too long, it's nicely formatted, and you know, there's a nice polite follow-up. But if I were to say, my dress didn't arrive, I need a refund, in all caps, let's see what it says. Now, that should be... Okay, I understand you're upset, and I'm here to help you sort this out right away. So you can see it's kind of matching the energy of a frustrated question. Steps to request a refund, and what we'll actually do is I'll do the exact same with this one. Okay, so let's try it with this other basic one. What would you like to know? My dress hasn't arrived. I need a refund. According to the reference information provided, you get the idea. To get a refund or damaged, see, it's just the whole kind of, you know, emotional intelligence of the bot just isn't the same. Okay, and now we will try something completely unrelated again to see, just to make sure that everything is working okay and it's able to catch all of the responses, whether it be related to Luxora trends or not related. So, what should I ask? How has... I cannot spell. How has your day been? Now this should be 2. Wonderful. Oh, my day has been a whirlwind of 1s and 0s, but enough about me. I'm here to help you with Luxora trends. No, I want to know about you. So fully conversational. Oh, I appreciate your curiosity, but I'm a friendly ghost in the digital world, here to help you. Okay. Recommend me a dress for my plus-sized... I can't see because my face cam's in the way. For my plus-sized friend. Okay. And absolutely, I'd love to help you find a dress for your plus size friend. Here's a great option. Perfect. See, the formatting's lovely and neat and tidy. Bullet points, sub points, you know, headers, H3, H2 tags. You get the idea. Although I didn't put a lot of time into this sort of basic one, the old-fashioned type of customer support chatbot, you can very, very quickly see how much better this is at actually answering a wide range of questions and just being a better customer support agent. You know, the whole thing about a customer support agent is to sort of, if there's any difficult situations or, you know, there's someone's angry or someone doesn't know what to do, just prioritize helping the user. This was sort of prioritizing just getting the right answers and just making sure that it's not hallucinating. But you can see with this one, it's just vastly better. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I mean, there's not much of a tutorial there. You basically just need to fill out the prompts. It's very, very straightforward. So like I said before, just comment if you want this template and I will send it across to you whenever I get some time. Hopefully within 24 hours I can get it sent across to you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more tutorials and videos like this, just be sure to like and subscribe.